Now the last one, okay, the last concept. So keep subheading, better to take subheading in this style. Last one, last concept, serial version UID, serial version UID, serial version UID, serial version UID. Okay, like, you know, so whenever this one is nothing but, you know, serial version UID, just observe. Earlier, from the beginning of my SCJP classes, I didn't cover this topic in batches. Then there may be some students asked, sir, what is serial version UID? Somewhere we saw is nothing but like, array, which is internally required for the JVM. We are not required to worry. That's all, leave that, no problem at all. Like, it's a very common doubt from the student. Sir, what is serial version UID? Common answer from my side is internally JVM required. Being a programmer, we are not required to worry. Not required. Okay, they said leave that, no problem at all. Like I told, several hundreds of students legend this answer. Okay, sure, sir. Like they went. One day, same routine question. Sir, what is serial version UID? Then same answer. Array, it is internally required by the JVM, not required to the programmer. Okay, leave that, no problem at all. Like I told, sir, in today interview, I faced this question. Then my face is nothing but, you know. So this is it? Okay. Tomorrow can you please come? I will update and I will. Okay, this is I can tell. Just I will give some time to refer, and then tomorrow can you please come and I will explain like I told. So from that batch onwards, I added this topic also in my syllabus. But here, while learning this concept, while even I to learn from the Google, right? While learning this concept, then I got one feeling, array, this type of wonderful concept, why I missed these many days? That feeling I got by learning this concept, and that much worthy concept, but every theoretical. You people may feel bored, but the most worthy concept is nothing but this serial version UID. Take special care. There are some cases this word itself is going to play a very important role. Are you getting right? So what is the role of serial version UID? Let me explain. Okay, this almost 1 hour I will spend on this topic. Take special care about this one. Sir, here just before talking about this one, few conclusions must be required. Sir, almost all some 8, 7 or 10 examples were executed on serialization in this system. Are you getting that? 10 examples we covered, almost more or less 10 programs we covered. But here, who is serializing? Myself only. And who is deserializing? Same person only. In which mission I am serializing? Same mission. In which mission I am deserializing? Same mission. Are you getting that? In which location I am serializing? In the same SCJP classroom. Here, in which location I am deserializing? Same location, right? Sir, here person is the same, mission is the same, location is the same. But don't expect this one is always possible. Is nothing but just observe. Sir, one person from London. Is nothing but one person from London. Okay, he serialized, is from his system, he serialized an object to the file. From his system, he serialized an object to the file. Of course, from UK, London. Now, some person from Hyderabad, okay, he is trying to deserialize. Assume that it is the remote file. Okay, it is not local file, it is the remote file. Okay, this person trying to deserialize from that is nothing but he is the receiver, right? Okay, he is getting that object in his mission. Here in this, have you observed some X person trying to serialize, some Y person trying to deserialize from different locations, from different missions. Correct or not? Okay, so London person mission is the different, and Hyderabad receiver person is nothing but his mission is the different, but both are communicating with respect to the file. Is it clear for all of you? Okay, this is so first clarification. Make sure you people should aware. In serialization, deserialization, sender and receiver need not be same. Correct or not? Need not be same. Sender and receiver need not to use same system. Correct or not? Maybe he is using Windows machine, he is using Unix machine, is nothing but or Linux machine. Okay, need not to use the same machine and need not be from same location. Correct or not? Sender is locating where in UK, London, but receiver is locating where in India, Hyderabad. Assume that. Okay, so first clarity I hope is clear. Sir, in serialization both the sender and receiver need not be same person, need not to use same mission, need not be from same location. Are you getting? Missions, persons may be different, locations may be different, missions may be different. Any clarity is required up to this? First add up to this point. Add. In serialization, both the sender and receiver, in serialization both the sender and the receiver, in serialization both sender and receiver need not be, both sender and receiver need not be same person, comma, need not to use same mission, need not to use the same mission, need not to use the same mission, need not to use same mission, and need not to use same mission, and need not be from the same location, need not be from the same location, need not to use same mission, and need not to use, need not be from same location, need not be from same location. Okay, the persons may be different, the persons may be different, the persons may be different, the persons may be different. Next comma, the missions may be different, the missions may be different, and the locations may be different, and the locations may be different, and the locations may be different. Are you able to understand up to this, right? Okay, point number 1 is nothing but clear. Now just observe second point, a bit very important. Sir, the sender performing which activity is responsible to perform serialization, receiver is responsible to perform deserialization, right? Good. Now my question, here observe, can you tell on the sender mission which code will be executed? Serialization code. Can you tell what is the serialization code? Create an object, dog d1 is equal to new dog, and then what is the code? Serialization code. Can you spell out? File output stream FOS is equal to new file output stream abc.ser, object output stream OOS is equal to new object output stream of FOS, comma, OOS dot write object of d1, OOS dot write object of d1. Sir, this code will be executed on the sender mission. Correct or not? This code will be executed on which mission? Sender mission, right? Can you tell which code will be executed on receiver mission? Deserialization code. Can I spell out what is the code? File input stream FIS is equal to new file input stream of abc.ser. Okay. Object input stream OS is equal to new object input stream of FIS. Next, here see, can I spell out what is that? Dog d2 is equal to dog OIS dot read object, right? OIS dot read object. Okay, make sure. So this code is nothing but related to the receiver code, right? Now here some small clarity must be required for you people. To execute this code on the sender mission, compulsory on the sender mission dog.class file should be available or not? Yes, because if dog.class file not available, then how we can create an object? Are you getting? Compulsory to create an object corresponding dot class file should be available. Sir, here dot class file is there. That's why sender can able to create an object and he can perform serialization, right? Okay, this is. But to execute this code on the receiver mission, sir, this code is executing on the receiver mission. It is the receiver's code. In the receiver code, I am using .d2. Are you getting? If I am declaring any reference variable, compulsory the corresponding class should be available or not? Yes, if the corresponding class is not available, then how this code is going to compile? Compulsory dot class file should be there on the receiver mission. So here also dot class file should be there. So conclusion. So in serialization, dot class file should be present on both the missions at the beginning only. Are you getting? On the sender mission, dot class file is there. On the receiver mission also, dot class file is there. Then which thing is traveling from sender to receiver? Just the state of object is traveling. Are you getting that? Okay, this is just the state of object is traveling from sender mission to receiver mission, but not dot class file. Remember this one. Most of the people are going to fail. Sir, with object dot class file also is going to come. That's why receiver is going to get dot class file also. No, dot class file should be there at the beginning only on the sender mission and the receiver mission, right? Are you able to understand? Okay, this is. Then which thing is just sharing? Which thing sharing, Anna? Just a state of object. The object instance variable, those the state of an object is traveling from sender mission to receiver mission, right? Now here you people may raise one more doubt. Sir, if dot class file is there, he can create object directly. Okay, this is. What is the need of taking from the file, or what is the need of taking from the network? You people may raise the doubt. But here we can create object, but we may not get the sender's state. Best example for you. Here just observe. Sir, here analogy. All these things are internal things. Class dot int I is equal to 10, int j is equal to 20. Sir, this is the dot class file on the sender mission. Compulsory dot class file should be there on receiver mission or not? Class dot int I is equal to 10, int j is equal to 20, here also there. Up to this, no problem at all. Sir, dot class file is available at sender mission, dot class file is available on the receiver mission, right? Now the point here is, take very carefully, take very much care. Now the point is, sir, this person created doc object. Whenever he is creating doc object, can you tell what is the I value? What is the I value? 10. What is the j value? 20. I is the 10, j is the 20. Now this person communicated with some database. So because of this database communication, he can able to change I value is nothing but 888, j value is nothing but 999. Now I want to serialize this object to the file. Can you tell what is the I value? What is the I value? 888. What is the j value? 999. Now this person is trying to deserialize. If this person trying to deserialize, which doc object is going to get? D2. What is the I value? 888. What is the j value? 999. Are you getting? If I can create an object with this dot class file, what is the I value and j value I am going to get? 1020, but not 888, 999. Then immediately I may ask her, sir, why? Receiver also can communicate with the database, right? But my receiver may not have credentials to communicate with the database. Are you getting? My receiver may not have access permissions to communicate with the database. That's why someone is going to communicate with the database. This updated state is going to share. This person is going to use that updated state in his program. Are you getting? Now the conclusion is dot class file should be there on the sender mission, receiver mission at the beginning only. Then which thing will be traveled from sender to receiver? Just a state of object. Is it clear for all? For all of you, right? Now you may ask, sir, if dot class file is there on the receiver mission, why don't you create directly object? What is the need of taking from the sender mission? So you can create object, but this state you may not get with these values, right? Are you able to understand? Okay, this at this point. In serialization, both the sender and receiver. In serialization, both the sender and receiver, both the sender and receiver should has both sender and receiver should has dot class file. Both sender and receiver should has dot class file at the beginning. Dot class file at the beginning only. Just state of object is a traveling. State of object is a traveling from sender to receiver. State of object is a traveling from sender to receiver. That's all. Are you able to understand that? Okay, this dot class file should be there on sender and receiver missions at the beginning only. Just a state of object is a traveling from sender to receiver. Any explanation is required about this one? Okay, well, now the next point is very important conclusion. Make sure you people should aware. Sir, here there is some internal part. Let me explain. At the time of serialization, with every object, JVM is going to save one unique identifier. JVM will say what? One unique identifier. Who is the responsible to save unique identifier with every object? JVM. How the JVM will get this unique identifier? JVM will generate this unique identifier based on dot class file. Are you getting? Whatever dot class file is there, it will analyze the code and based on dot class file, it will generate one unique identifier with every object serialization. This unique identifier will be saved at the time of serialization. Are you getting that? Now, who is going to use this unique identifier? Simple. At the time of deserialization, JVM will ask, oh object, your belongs to which class? So I belongs to dot class. You have some unique identifier, right? What is that unique identifier? Assume that this unique identifier is 101. Sir, my unique identifier is 101. Like that. So this receiver side JVM will ask, object, your belongs to which class? Dot class. You have some unique identifier. What is your unique identifier? 101. Then immediately receiver side JVM will generate unique identifier for this class file. Are you getting? If this number is also 101, oh 101, both are matched, no problem. Deserialize that object type. Are you getting? If both the numbers are not matched, assume that both numbers are not matched, boss, this is not object of this class. How I can serialize this object? How I can deserialize this object? Immediately runtime exception we are going to get saying invalid class exception. Are you getting that? Okay, this is. So now take a bit special care. This is the central point, Anna. Okay, make sure at the time of serialization, with every object, JVM will generate, JVM will save a unique identifier, right? Who is the responsible to save unique identifier with every object? JVM. How the JVM will generate this unique identifier? Based on dot class file. Are you getting? Who is going to use this unique identifier? At the time of deserialization. So receiver side JVM will use this unique identifier and compare with the local dot class file unique identifier. If both are matched, then deserialization is going to be happen. If both are not matched, then we will get runtime exception saying invalid class exception. Are you getting that? Okay, this unique identifier is nothing but serial version UID. Are you getting? This unique identifier is nothing but what? Serial version UID. Like, are you able to understand? Now I have one important conclusion here. Are you getting? Everything is going to be happen internally by the JVM. That's why most of the times I can use, sir, it is not in programmer's code. That's why we are not required to worry. Like, who is the responsible to save this one? JVM. Who is the responsible to generate that? JVM. Who is the responsible to compare this JVM? That's why everything is going to take care. Programmer may not aware internally this part. Are you able to understand that? Okay, this is so this serial version UID is nothing but this unique identifier is nothing but serial version UID. Is it clear for all of you? Now the basic idea you got. Okay, at this point. At the time of serialization, with every object, at the time of serialization, with every object, sender side JVM, with every object, sender side JVM, sender side JVM will save, sender side JVM will save a unique identifier, will save a unique identifier, Next now, who is the responsible to generate this unique identifier? JVM based on dot class file. Okay, add JVM is responsible to generate, JVM is responsible to generate this unique identifier, JVM is responsible to generate this unique identifier based on dot class file, JVM is responsible to generate unique identifier based on dot class file, Okay, this is, are you able to understand? Next para. At the time of deserialization, receiver side JVM will compare object, will compare unique identifier associated with the object, unique identifier associated with the object with the local class unique identifier, with the local class unique identifier, if both are matched, then only, deserialization will be performed. If both are matched, then only deserialization will be performed. Otherwise, we will get runtime exception. Saying invalid class exception. Otherwise, we will get runtime exception saying invalid class exception. Is it clear for all of it? Okay. This unique identifier is nothing but what? Serial version UID. What is that UID? Unique identifier, right? Add this unique identifier is nothing but serial version UID. This unique identifier is nothing but serial version UID. Serial version UID. Okay. Now this is something like, let me explain a small example or a small analogy. Suppose you want to join SCJP course. assume here it is the only classroom, you have to pay the fee at Maitrivanam. Assume that you have to pay the fee at Maitrivanam. You paid the fee and they will provide ID card for you. Then you came to the class here. Then our office in charge is going to ask immediately, pass which class? SCJP. Where is your ID card? Are you getting? Where is your ID card? Then you are going to give the ID card. Then this person can check, he has one file, he has one document, how many numbers registered, and ID number 107 belongs to which name, is nothing but is it the same or not, he can compare. Yes, all are matched. If all are matched, what you can do is nothing but, yes boss, you can attend the class. Are you getting? If suppose here the photo got replaced, are you getting? This is a very common thing, photo got replaced, is nothing but like, or otherwise ID card is the color Xerox, is nothing but like, then immediately these people having the doubt, oh, is not valid student, then automatically, boss, you are not allowed to attend this class, can you please send, can you please go out, I can't perform, I can't allow you to attend this class, is nothing but like, are you getting? So the unique identifier, whatever those people are going to send, here our in charge is going to compare, if both are matched, then only you can attend this class, if both are not matched, then you are not allowed to attend this class. Are you able to understand, right? Now this unique identifier which is going to send by the sender is nothing but what? Serial version UID. Is it clear up to this, right? Now the cinema is going to start. Observe carefully. Who is the responsible to generate serial version UID? JVM is the responsible. How the JVM will generate serial version UID? Based on dot class file. So there are n number of problems are there. If we are depending on default serial version UID generated by JVM, don't depend on bloody serial version UID generated by JVM, because several problems are there. Then immediately may ask, sir, what problems? Because we never come across this type of thing. Sir, what problems are there if I depending on default serial version UID? Simple, there are, for code is perfectly same, but serialization won't work out. It's nothing but there are some cases where, can you explain with an example? Like there are several problems are there if we are depending on default serial version UID. What problems? Let me explain the first one. Legend this one. Sir, here sender side JVM. Assume that sender on the sender mission, it is the Windows. Assume it is what? Windows. Next I am using 1.6 version JVM. Are you getting? It is a Windows based mission, 1.6 version JVM. Windows based 1.6 version JVM, for this dot class file generate serial version UID as 101. Assume that generates which number? 101. But receiver side JVM, is there any guarantee compulsory is always going to use Windows based? No. Assume that this person is Amirpet person, maybe he may get Windows operating system just with 50 rupees CD, but this person is the UK person, he may not get. Are you getting that? He may not get. Then automatically how this person, okay, he is going to use a Linux based and he is going to use Java 1.8 version JVM. Sir, Linux based 1.8 version JVM, is there any guarantee can generate same 101 for this dot class file? It may complete. JVM is the different, OS is the different, this version is the different, because of the it may generate 102. But dot class file is the same, but that JVM generates 101 as the serial version UID, but receiver side JVM for the same dot class file generate 102. What will happen is, sir, file object serial version UID 101, but on the receiver mission for the same dot class file serial version UID 102, both are not matched, we are unable to deserialize, right? Are you able to understand? If we are depending on default serial version UID generated by JVM, both the sender and receiver should use same mission with respect to OS, with respect to Java version, with respect to vendor. Are you getting that? So same JVM vendor is nothing but same JVM version, same operating system we have to use is nothing but like which may not possible always. Are you getting? Sender is UK person, receiver is Hyderabad person. How he can give the guarantee compulsory you should use Windows only? He may use Linux. Is nothing but like that's why both sender and receiver should use same mission with respect to vendor, with respect to version of JVM, right? If there is a mismatch, then receiver unable to deserialize because of different serial version UIDs. Is it clear for all of you? Right? Problem 1 I hope is clear. Okay, and keep somebody. Problems on depending on problems of depending on default serial version UID, problems of depending on default serial version UID generated by JVM, problems of depending on default serial version UID generated by JVM. Okay, first one, add both the sender and receiver should use same JVM, with respect to vendor and the platform. Should use the same JVM with respect to vendor and the version, same version also. Otherwise receiver unable to deserialize, because of different serial version UIDs, different serial version UIDs. Okay, that's all. Are you able to understand that? Okay, this is first point what you people should aware. Now the point number 2, take very special care. What is the second point is, listen, sir, I'm using same JVM Windows only 1.6 version only, here also same Windows only 1.6 version, sir, then is there any problem? No, because same JVM with respect to vendor, with respect to platform, with respect to version, same JVM. That's why we won't get any problem, right? But yeah, there is another new problem is there. What is that new problem is? Take a bit special care. So sender side created an object and generated unique identifier and serialized that object, and the unique identifier is 101. Okay, same JVM I'm using, same Windows, same 1.6 version, same JVM. But what a small thing I did, sir, after serialization, sir, I serialization, receiver side just dot class file I updated and class dot. How many properties are there here? 2 properties. But now on the receiver side dot class file, int I is equal to 10, int j is equal to 20, int k is equal to 30. Like I added one more property. Now dot class file changed or not? Yes, dot class file got changed. Now I want to deserialize. At the time of deserialization, JVM will check what is unique identifier associated with object. What is the value? 101. Now receiver side JVM has to generate unique identifier, right? Has to generate the number. But for this updated dot class file, either any guarantee is it going to generate 101? Maybe change it, maybe 103, maybe change it because one new property got added because of change in dot class file. So different number got generated. Can you tell deserialization is going to be happened or not? No, because here object serial version UID is what? 101. But this file is nothing but on the receiver mission serial version UID 103. Because of different serial version UIDs, receiver unable to perform deserialization, right? Are you able to understand? So both the sender and receiver should maintain same dot class file version. Are you getting that? If there is a change in the dot class file, automatically receiver unable to deserialize. Are you getting? So this example I will execute within few minutes. Remember, I will show demo program related to this modification. Clear for all of you, right? Okay, at this point. Second, both the receiver, both the sender and receiver, both the sender and receiver, both the sender and receiver should use, both sender and receiver should use same dot class file version. Both sender and receiver should use same dot class file version. Should use the same dot class file version. Next, after serialization, if there is any change after serialization, if there is any change after serialization, if there is any change in dot class file, after serialization, if there is any change in dot class file at receiver side, if there is any change in dot class file at receiver side, then receiver unable to deserialize, then receiver unable to deserialize, Are you able to understand? Okay, this is so receiver unable to deserialize, right? I hope terminology is that clear. Okay, second. Next, the third problem. Now, first problem number 1. Both sender and receiver should use same JVM version. Problem number 2. Both the sender and receiver should use same dot class file version. Okay, like third problem. This one is nothing but a bit important problem only. For every object serialization, JVM is responsible to generate unique identifier. Correct or not? To generate serial version UID internally, to generate serial version UID internally, JVM will use complex algorithm. Regarding JVM will use which algorithm? Some complex algorithm, because each and every property present in the dot class file, it has to analyze. After that, it has to generate unique identifier, right? So to generate serial version UID internally, JVM may use complex algorithm which may affect the performance of the system, because for every object I have to generate the number. I have to save that one with the object. At the time of deserialization, first what activity I have to do? Generate and compare. Generate and compare is nothing but internally JVM may use some complex algorithm which may create performance problems, right? Are you getting? Okay, add third point. To generate serial version UID, to generate serial version UID, internally JVM may use complex algorithm. Internally JVM may use complex algorithm which may create performance problems, that's all. Are you able to understand that? Okay, this is Now my next point here is take a bit special care. Sir, here these many problems are there if we are depending on default serial version UID generated by JVM, right? Sir, how I can solve these problems? Regarding how I can solve this problem, simple, don't depend on bloody serial version UID generated by JVM. Can you please configure your own serial version UID? If I configure my own serial version UID for my dot class, then automatically I am not giving the chance to JVM. Then JVM is always going to use my own serial version UID only. Is nothing but so that the problems will be solved. I will show first problem how I can solve these problems. That one I will explain. First observe this one. See this example. Well, here see. Observe a bit very carefully, right? What I want to do, what example I want to take is just let me briefly outline on the board so that I can start execution. Here see, same example here, but anyway in the classroom person is the same, machine is the same dot class file is also same. That's why we won't face any problem, right? But now I want to change something. Here see this one. Sir, I have dot class is there. Listen, dot class is there, same dot, int I is equal to 10, int j is 20. What the sender is doing? So he is creating an object for this dot class file and JVM saving this serialization. Okay, well, so JVM generate default serial version UID and save this one. Okay, no problem. Now at the receiver side, if I maintain the same dot class file, then there is no problem because machine is the same, next JVM is the same, next dot class file is the same. But what I want to do, I want to make a small change. Serialization completed. After serialization completed, now let me change something in the dot class file. Int I is equal to 10, int j is equal to 20, int k is equal to 30. Sir, serialization already completed. Now dot class file modified. Receiver side contain modified dot class file or not? Yes. Okay, this is now file contain assume 101 serial version UID. But for this updated dot class file, compulsory a different number will be generated or not? Yes. That's why assume 102. Sir, both are not matched. My receiver unable to deserialize this object. That's why we are going to get runtime exception saying invalid class exception. Invalid class exception. Let me show this one, right? First observe. Sir, I am taking dot1.java. Here just 1 minute. Yes, it. dot1.java. Import java.io.star class dot1 implement serializable. Int I is equal to 10, int j is equal to 20. Sir, how many properties are there? 2 properties, right? Now let me open sender.java. Sender.java. Can you tell what is the job of sender? Create an object and serialize that object. Now observe, is it the same or not? Sir, what the sender is doing? Dot d1 is equal to new dot. And so create a doc object and serialize this object. Okay, this is the sender code. Now let me go for receiver code. Can you tell what is the receiver code? So deserialize that object. Have you observed file input same, object input same, deserialize that object and print the I and j values. Are you getting? So total how many files are there? 3. Doc.java, sender.java, receiver.java, right? First let me compile all these things. Java C doc1.java. Yes, compile. Java C sender.java. Compile. Next Java receiver.java. Java C receiver.java. Okay, here see Java C receiver.java. That's all. Is nothing but like. So all dot class files are ready. Can you tell now which thing I have to execute? Sender, because sender is the responsible to create object and serialize. That's why what I have to do, Java sender serialization completed. I don't want to make any change in dot class file. Now Java receiver, can you tell, is it going to get the output or not? Yes boss, 1020, perfectly valid, no problem, because I didn't make any change in the dot class file in the JVM version, right? Now let me repeat the cycle once again. Here see, Java sender, serializer, successfully object got serialized, right? Okay, now what I am doing here is, let me open .java, int k is equal to 30, like I am taking, int k is equal to 30, that's all, int k is equal to 30, like this I am taking. Now let me compile, because .java file got modified, java c dog1.java. Sir, serialization already completed. Now what thing we have to do? Deserialization, right? So but dot class file modified or not? Dot class file modified. Now Java receiver, right? Sir observe, can you tell either deserialization is going to be happen or not? No, because of change in dot class file version. Have you observed? Observe this one. Java receiver, exception in thread main. What is that exception? Invalid class exception .1. Next, can you please read remaining also? Local class incompatible, stream class serial version UID. Sir, stream class serial version UID. What is the file object serial version UID? What is the last three digits? 741. But local class serial version UID, what is the last one? 717. There is a difference or not? Yes. That's why receiver unable to deserialize, right? Are you able to understand how we can solve this problem? Is nothing but very simple. Don't depend on bloody serial version UID generated by JVM. Are you getting what I have to do? I have to configure my own serial version UID. How to configure? Simple, Anna. Yeah, I'm taking, just observe. Within the dot class, private, sorry, it is the private static final, long type. Serial version UID is a big number, long type. And what is the name, Anna? Long serial version UID is equal to 1L. Some number I am taking. Okay. Now int I is equal to 10, int j is equal to 20. No problem at all. Okay, like, can you tell which value will be saved to the file? Which value will be saved to the file? 1L. Okay. Yeah, the part of object 1L. You are not giving the chance to JVM to generate serial version UID. I am taking my own number. Is nothing but 1L. Now here which thing will be there? 1L. Long value. One number is there. Now at the time of deserialization, now observe this one. Sir, I am taking same private, same static, final, long serial version UID. Serial version UID is equal to 1L. And then this line is the same, and you can add any number of properties. Int I is equal to 10, int j is equal to 20, int k is equal to 30, int l is equal to 40, like. Are you getting? But at the time of deserialization, JVM will check, was current class contain any serial version UID or not? Yes, 1L. Then JVM won't generate. It is going to consider. So what is this number? 1L. What is this number? 1L. Both are matched or not? Both are matched. Even though you had a different parameter, no problem at all, because both are matched. That's why happily we can able to deserialize, right? Are you getting? Let me show this one. Here, see. Here, class dot private static final long serial version UID is equal to, what is the value? 1L. Let me remove this one. Here let me remove. So observe. Sir, dog.java got modified. Yes, java c dog1.java. Now Java sender. Serializer. After serialization, 30 int m is equal to 40 int n is equal to some 50 like this I'm taking. Sir, let me compile javac.1.java. Sir, serialization already completed or not? Yes. Now I want to run which code? Java receiver about Java happily 1020 we are getting. Even though we added several properties, no problem at all. Are you able to understand that? Okay, this is we added several properties, but what the output we got? Happily 1020 by default we are getting. If we configure our own serial version UID, then dot class file changed or JVM changed, there is no problem at all. My JVM is always going to consider which one? Our own numbers, then the problem will be solved. Are you getting? Next, at this point, we can solve above problems, we can solve or overcome. We can solve above problems by configuring our own serial version UID, Okay, this next para. We can configure our own serial version UID. We can configure our own serial version UID as follows. We can configure our own serial version UID as follows. Okay, take this line, only this line. Private static final long serial version UID, is equal to private static final long serial version UID is equal to 1L. Private static final long serial version UID is equal to what? 1L. Are you getting? Okay, this is now. So better to go for this example. Take this one. Demo program and take Durga1.java. Durga1.java. Take clear a bit theoretical, but compulsory you have to get internal concept. Durga1.java. Take clearly. Durga1.java. Completed, right? Private static final long serial version UID is equal to 1L. Okay, next sender.java. Sender.java. Okay, Durga1. Take clearly. Sender is responsible to create Durga object and to perform serialization. Durga1 is equal to new Durga1 file output stream. FOS is equal to new file output stream. Next, object output stream. OS is equal to new object output stream. OS dot write object of D1. OS dot write object of D1. D1. Okay, sender.java. Completed, right? Sender.java. Next, receiver.java. I hope is clear. Next one, receiver.java. Sender.java. Next, sender completed, right? Next, receiver.java. Receiver.java. Take file input stream, object input stream. Doc1 d2 is equal to doc1 of OIS dot read object. Just I am trying to print d2 dot I dot d2 dot j. d2 dot I dot d2 dot j, d2 dot j. Completed, I hope. d2 dot I dot d2 dot j. Okay. Next one, here's the theory. In the above program, at the theory, in the above program, after serialization, if we perform any change, after serialization, if we perform any change to the dot class file, if we perform any change to the dot class file at receiver side, we won't get any problem. We won't get any problem at the time of deserialization. We won't get any problem at the time of deserialization. We won't get any problem at the time of deserialization. That's all. Completed, right? So this is one point what you people should aware. Next, so can you tell the sender and receiver should require to maintain same JVM version? No, because my JVM is always going to use which one? My numbers. So our configure numbers, not JVM won't generate any number. That's why add. In this case, sender and receiver. In this case, sender and receiver, not required to maintain. Sender and receiver not required to maintain. Same JVM versions. Not required to maintain same JVM versions. Not required to maintain same JVM versions. Okay, that's all. Completed for you, right? Okay. Next, sir, here performance wise also there is no impact because JVM won't execute any algorithm. Our own numbers only we are going to use. Okay, this is the advantage if we configured our own serial version UID. Is it clear for all of you? Okay, but now make sure you should aware this point. You know, some IDEs, so Eclipse, my Eclipse, like some IDEs you are going to use. Some IDEs, so prompt programmer explicitly to enter serial version UID. It's going to IDE aware, sir, if we are going to depend on JVM generated default serial version UID, may be a problem. That's why IDE itself prompt the programmer whenever you are taking implement serializable bus, please enter serial version UID. Is nothing but some IDE itself will prompt the programmer to enter serial version UID explicitly. If we enter explicitly, then there should not be any problem at all. Are you getting it? Take a note. Some IDEs prompt programmer, prompt programmer, some ideas, prompt programmer to enter prompt programmer to enter serial version UID explicitly, serial version UID explicitly. Some ideas, prompt programmer to enter serial version UID explicitly. Okay, that's all. Next, do you know some very intelligent IDEs are there? These IDEs, instead of asking the programmer to enter, IDE itself is going to generate serial version UID on its own. Is nothing but line. So whenever we open class, so one line extra added like serial version UID. Why this line came? Because of not to resolve this type of problems only. Okay, add. So note. Some IDEs may generate. Some IDEs may generate serial version UID. Some IDEs may generate serial version UID automatically. Some IDE may generate serial version UID automatically. Okay, that's all. So this is what you have to remember about serial version UID. Just only one line, this much story. Don't depending on default serial version UID. Sir, whenever we are taking class dog implements serializable, recommended to take this type of line so that these problems by default we can overcome. Is it clear, right? So how to configure serial version UID or what is the rule of serial version UID is nothing but that's all. So with this serialization concept by default got completed, right? Okay, that's all.